thank you for coming today. This is an annual event, a very important annual event that the city, in conjunction with the Homeless Service Providers Network, launches. Our annual point in time count enables the network, all of its participants, to do their jobs more effectively by effectively doing an inventory of folks in need in our community. We're better able to figure out what services they need and how those services should be delivered. So we are a community that has lots of folks in need. As we know, that's no secret. But we're also, and this can't be said enough, we're also a community that cares. We're a community that gets after it, that stretches for those who have been dealt a bad hand, for those who need a leg up. And we're so blessed that we have leadership in our community that is both in city government and outside of city government that is compassionate, that is willing to go the extra mile for folks who need it. So I'll leave the details to others to fill in. It's more or less the same exercise that we've done in years past, and we'd love to reach a point in our community where we don't have to go through this exercise, but we're also very realistic. We know that to do our jobs effectively, we need to go through this, and I'm so grateful for the work of folks like Dave Lima and Carl Alves are doing, and on the city side, Pat Sullivan. And where's Jen? Jen Clark? Where'd Jen go? Jim Reed? Where is she? Oh, there she is. She's right there. In my glare. I just want to say thanks, Reverend Cedarholm. I mean, everybody, Jim Reed, everybody who's been pitching in, and all the volunteers, because this is a very large effort. There will be lots of folks involved in it over the course of the full day today. And I'm glad to be part of that team and glad to support. And I'm anxiously looking forward to the results. We want to see where we are as a community so that we can make adjustments so that we can put people in better positions to get their lives back on track. So thank you, everybody. I'm going to turn it over to Pat, who's just been doing such a fabulous job at this effort year in and year out, to fill in a little more details, and then I'll turn it over to Dave Lima.
Okay. Thanks, Mayor. Thank you very much, Mayor. As the Mayor indicated, this is an annual event that we do each year, and I think this wouldn't be possible. The Mayor mentioned volunteers, and a lot of those volunteers are at the command center, which this will officially kick off at 2 o'clock today and go for a 24-hour span till 2 o'clock tomorrow. So it'll be the full 24 hours, and we have about 45 volunteers. And on the city side, Joe Meyer from our office has helped to coordinate the point-in-time volunteer committee, which has included Brenda Souza from Packer and Wendy Blewis from from High Point, sorry. And they've done a tremendous effort. One thing we're doing a little different this year is that we've instituted a mobile application. So all the volunteers are going to have a mobile app, and they'll be able to do a point in time count that will give us real-time data. So that'll really speed up this whole process, improve accuracy. There's also GPS capabilities where when they interact with folks, we'll be able to see where those folks are throughout the community. So we're really excited about that. I just wanted to mention real briefly also, this isn't possible with a lot of donations. So there's backpacks and different things that are given throughout the community. And I just want to name a few folks. AdCare, All Care, Jim from VTH has been tremendous in their support of a lot of supplies. Robin Muse and fellow church members have provided a lot of hats and gloves and socks that go part of a little care package that's given to everyone. We Share, We Hope, and Reverend Russ have also donated a lot of items. Carl at Packer has got a lot of gift cards from McDonald's, meal packages and coffee cards, and Reverend Lima has been able to find us a lot of backpacks that will help provide some supplies. And CERTA, the local bus service, has provided 50 passes that will be given out. And finally, and most importantly, I think in a lot of ways, Mobile Loaves and Fishes are going to once again provide hot chocolate and food during this whole 24-hour span. So I just want to really thank the volunteers. Our office just tries to help to coordinate this, but it's really the work of the volunteers that do all this. So David and Carl and Jim and the rest of the Homeless Service Provider Network have done a tremendous work once again this year, and we hope that the numbers continue to go down, and one day we won't have to do this exercise.
Thanks, Pat. Thank you. Thanks, Pat. Next, I want to ask the Reverend Dave Lima to come on up and say a few words. And it's this is really just another occasion to thank Dave for his leadership in so many ways, for so many things in our community. Dave steps up every year for this effort. Steps up all the time to promote the work and to deliver the work of the Homeless Service Provider Network, as well as too many things to count. With the police department, with suicide prevention, you name it, Dave is involved intimately in the important efforts in our community, and I just can't thank you enough, Dave. I appreciate it, and just ask you to come on up and say a few words.
Thank you. And thank you, Mr. Mayor, and again, want to thank everybody that does this effort. There's a few of us that might be here speaking to you now, but the Homeless Service Providers Network is made up of a huge network in this community of great providers, from Catholic Social Services, PACA, Stepping Stone. You got so many people at the table. That meeting every month consistently has over 40 people, because they care about the work that needs to be done for those of us that are underprivileged. And that's one of the difficulties that we have. In doing this count, which is absolutely necessary so that Washington knows how much money we need, and it's never enough, let's make that clear, for all the needs and be able to take care of all people, we have to do as an efficient account as possible. So you would want always to see the numbers go down, because that tells us we're having success. The difficulty that lately has been having over the last few years where the numbers are increasing is because we've built such an efficient team. We're finding people that we haven't found in the last previous years. So the numbers have climbed in the last couple, but one of the things that we are definitely proud of is that we're able to get more people into services, and we're able to connect and build those relationships. And it's ministries like Mobile Loaves, like some of the community organizations that just come together to work for the homeless and to do that work, so that they're going out almost every night building those relationships, getting to know who those people. So when we call for the count that has to take place from 2 o'clock this afternoon right through the night till 2 o'clock tomorrow, you're going to have people that have been feeding and clothing a lot of these folks that have no place to live, no roof over their heads. They may have some addiction problems, they may have some mental health problems, they may just have an issue where they lost the ability to pay their rent in their car for a short season, but they need our help. And the fact is, if we're family, if we're community, and we're people that care, we have to step up. And so I'm proud to be a part of this effort, both with the city and the private and the nonprofit. I'm proud of the work that Carl Alves has done for the last few years as chair. I'm coming back in as chair, but it's not what the chair does, it's what we all do. And so we're grateful, very grateful to all of you to help support the effort. Thank you.
All right, thanks, Dave. All right, thank you. Again, thank you everybody for all the hard work, and it is ongoing right now. If there are any questions, we'll take them offline. But again, I just want to express my gratitude on behalf of the community for all the work that you are doing and the work that the volunteers are doing. It's absolutely invaluable. All right, thank you everybody for coming today. We appreciate it.
Mark! Anna! Ooh! Hey, forgot your lunch.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent, because kids in foster care don't need perfection. They need you.